107 Sequel Jurassic Park, 1 minute time. I'm Brad.
I'm Dave.
And here we are back to discuss minute 47 of Lost World. Dave, how you been?
Good. I got a pair of boots on order. They're a pair of vintage Harley Davidson high tops.
Oh, okay.
Engineer boots, and they're the same brand and model of boot that Arnold Schwarzenegger wears in Terminator 2.
Ah, very nice.
This came out in 3D in the States in theaters here. Been re-released in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And that movie I've always enjoyed as a child. I always enjoyed, especially the sound design on it. And it's kind of this Jurassic Park, Twister, Terminator 2 were a handful of movies that really kind of turned me on to sound design and sound effects when I was a kid.
Yep.
And so, I mean, it's not a career choice I would make, but I always did love sound design and doing that kind of stuff. And the Terminator's boots thudding across the asphalt was always something that was always a sound that I adored from my childhood.
Mm.
So I'm putting together a Terminator 2 cosplay, and so it was important for me to get the boots right.
Yep. Yeah, no, early on, when I was looking at buying boots myself, I definitely wanted a set like that. But I was only, I'd seen on Facebook a couple of advertisements for it screening over here as well,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't through the theatre chain that I've got here. So I thought that I'd miss it, and then Saturday, away camping Saturday, and had the newspaper, and it was in there for, like, there was 2 screenings of it over the weekend, so I don't know if it's still there. I've probably missed the boat on it, but apparently they touched it up a little bit.
Yeah, they did. It's supposed to be really good. They touched up the visual quality of it and transferred it into 4K.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, and some of the the shots that were made for lower quality video back in the day, like some of the shots where you see it's clearly a stunt rider and not Arnie. They've fixed the CG in that or added CG to it to make it actually look like Arnold doing the stuff, so it would be good to see again on the big screen.
Yeah. And then I'm also going to take a look at this blue Ford F-150 truck later this week. I'm looking for a new car, and I found one that I liked.
Yep.
I've always kind of liked blue Ford F-150s. I know it's a strangely specific preference, but I've always liked this ever since the movie Lassie, the 1994 version of Lassie.
Mm-hmm.
The family there drives a blue Ford F-150 truck. Yeah, so, yeah. Noticing a pattern on my watch history here. Now, all a bunch of 90s movies.
Yep. Next you'll be buying a garbage can so you can make your own Dorothy.
Crinkle up a bunch of pop cans.
Yep.
Hey, Carter, I'm going to the ladies' room. So you wait for me here, okay?
Alright, right to get into minute 47.
Sure.
Rightio. As we ended minute 46 of The Lost World, Nick and Sarah were making their escape from the hunter's camp. The baby Tyrannosaur was with them. As we enter minute 47, the M-Class Mercedes races past Eddie while he's setting up the hide. Eddie looks at the departing car and says, "What the hell was that?" At 46 minutes and 3 seconds, we cut to the interior of the trailer. All the radio consoles are on, and Malcolm's trying to contact the boat, without much success. At 46 minutes and 23 seconds, we cut back to the exterior of the trailer. As the rain continues to hammer down, the M-Class Mercedes pulls to a stop. Sarah and Nick jump out and carry the baby T-Rex to the trailers. At 46 minutes and 50 seconds, Sarah pushes Kelly and Ian out of the way as Nick carries the baby into the trailers. telling him to stand back. Ian's shaking his head. He doesn't like this one bit. At 46 minutes and 58 seconds, Sarah grabs a table from the wall and rolls it out in the middle of the trailer and locks it into position. And this ends the 47th minute of The Lost World. Alright, so in the previous minute, Nick has made his escape from the hunter's camp, carrying the baby. He and Sarah had got it into the M-Class Mercedes and were on their way back to the trailers. As we ended minute 46, we seen the Eddie getting his high hide set up, and this minute starts with him sort of, the M-Class has already driven past, but the baby's crying out from the back seat, and what the hell was that? Still a line I use a lot today.
And it's a good, well-usable line.
We cut straight away to the interior of the trailer and the radio console.
Yep.
I had a look just then, and it's not a very good quality version of the movie I'm watching, but on HD you should be able to see Thorn Field Systems there at the top of the radio console as well. But everything's lit up. Ian's sitting there trying to contact the boat. We get our free TV monitors again with the satellite uplink, the night vision from outside, and the radar. It looks like radar anyway.
I think it is radar.
Yep.
It looks like it is the storm going over a field or something.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's only a small patch. It's not the actual island that's on there.
Yeah.
Must be just a small area around them. But
they probably don't have a really good radar system on the trailer. I mean, I doubt it's military grade or anything, you know?
Yeah, yep. But we also get a shot here too of over their shoulder, and one of the monitors up at the bulkhead showing off sort of the trailer. It's like a trailer schematic, and everything's green at the moment. We get a close up of that in a later minute when the trailer's upside down, but
and the back trailer's blinking red. Offline.
Yeah. Yep. Ian's on the radio trying to talk to a Spanish woman. We get a bit of comedy there. We learn the name of the boat's the Mal del Fata. He's trying to get that. Again, he's sort of has no idea what the frequency is and just sort of scanning from channel to channel, so...
Yeah.
He's,
well, it's 15 Trip A. It's up there on the top.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when the camera pans down, he's on 1700 or 17,000, whatever the way the numbering system works. But yeah, he's nowhere near it.
Yeah. Well, this is really the only time we ever actually see that anybody other than Nick knows any kind of Spanish. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he actually knows Spanish as a language or if he just knows a couple phrases. Because, I mean, even I know a couple phrases. I know enough to ask where the bathroom is or something.
Yeah.
This guy don't speak Spanish, but...
Yeah, well, he has a decent conversation with the captain at the start. Or a lot of listening while the captain argues. But, we cut back outside to the M-Class pulling up. Covered in dirt and debris, and it's just great. Like, as we've seen at the end of the last minute where Ian and Kelly arrive back at the trailers, the rain's fully here. Again, just this all done on stage, on one of the sound stages, just the mud, the rain.
Yeah. They did it on one giant raised stage, and honestly, it looks great. I think it's one of my favorite sets that they... or not my favorite, but one of the most realistic sets that they made for this movie.
Yeah.
Because even in the wide shots, you can barely at all tell that this is a set.
And you've always sort of got that light and sky out over the coast as well. In some shots where you see sort of looking back the other way. It looks, even though the same as the T-Rex breakout's probably just a big black wall. On the other side of them, but yeah, it looks great.
Actually, no, they did a matte painting here.
Oh, okay.
They did a matte painting all around the back of the trailer.
Yep.
along the not along the edge. They didn't put it along the edge because they had to throw the trailer off over the edge, and they had to leave space for that. But yeah, that's a big old map painting of the cliff and of the environs that we see during the daylight.
Yep. Well, yeah, and that's probably a sign of the times too, using that where we mainly get CG backgrounds in Jurassic Park 3.
Mm. Yeah. And Jurassic World as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of this is actually the last movie I think that actually uses matte paintings for some of the shots.
Yep. But Sarah jumps out in the rain, opens the back door up, and Nick reaches in and picks up the baby. And they go running towards the trailers. And he's telling Sarah to watch the trailer and to hurry. But we get back inside the trailer. The lady on the radio is not very happy at Ian.
No.
I think Kelly says a greeting in Spanish, and that's where we get her talking Spanish here.
Yeah.
Buenos dias. Yeah. But
which is like a polite form of hello or something like that. I can't remember. I never took Spanish in high school.
Yep. But boy, is she mad at you. And Ian feels for that guy Enrique.
I think this is at the point where his understanding of the Spanish language is kind of at a halt because he doesn't really give any indication that he's understanding what she's saying.
Yep.
But I think Kelly actually does know Spanish because she seems to understand everything perfectly. And even talks into the microphone.
Yep.
But yeah, when Owen is and Harding are taking the baby T-Rex out of the car, you notice that Nick calls the baby T-Rex a him, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yep.
So they kind of go back and forth with the pronouns on this baby T-Rex here.
Well, that's the same. In the next minute, Ian calls it a girl again. Yeah. Yeah. So did you hit her with a stick? Yeah. So it's back and forth a little bit there, but
yeah.
Sarah comes into the trailer. Actually says hello when she comes in, and Nick comes in holding the baby. Sarah sort of tells everyone to stand back, get out of the way, and Ian's just sitting there at the radio console like, what the hell's going on? What's this?
He's just like, oh no.
Yep. Yep. And it's interesting too, that he's got a little table that pulls out of the wall that's set up in front of him on his knee. He's got sort of the radio handset and the frequency book sitting on too, which is a good little piece of the set that comes out. But yeah, they carry the infant in towards the rear of the trailer, and Sarah pulls out a table. It's on a set of rolls. It was against the wall. And
actually, if you look closely, you can see wires hanging out the underside of and wrapping around the baby's leg.
I was going to say it was here somewhere where the wires can be seen.
And it says Nick is carrying the baby towards the back.
Yep. It's sort of interesting too when they come into the trailer. It's not raining outside again. You can sort of see through. You can see through the doorway behind Nick, and even the windows look clean too.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, as they lay it down on the table, and then just as we get in the next minute too, as Ian goes back to the radio to tell the lady wrong frequency, the skylights are clean as well. No rain on them. But that's 47. Anything else you want to bring up? It's just a bit of setup here. We get the baby back in the trailer and setting up for the action scene we're about to get here.
Yeah, this is all pretty much set up here. Other than that, no, I think we're good.
Alright.
Alright guys, let's get the hell out of here.
Contact details are on the website, thelostworldminute.com. You can email feedback to thelostworldminute@gmail.com, Facebook, The Lost World Minute, Twitter @thelostworldminute, and Instagram, The Lost World Minute.
Easy to remember.
Yeah, very easy to remember. David, thank you for joining me for this record.
You're welcome.
And we'll be back. I've been Brad.
I'm Dave.
And we'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
It is absolutely imperative that we work with the Costa Rican Department of Biological Preserves to establish a set of rules for the preservation and isolation of that island. These creatures require our absence to survive, not our help. And if we could only step aside and trust in nature, life